right, well, let's do some yoga. Thank you all for coming. Yeah, let's get started. So find a comfortable seat here. If you're lucky enough, you get a puppy on your lap. Close your eyes. Let's take a moment to ground down through your sit bones. So you're rooted here into the earth. And then draw the shoulder blades back. Lift up through the chest so your heart is open. And then add on the rest of your spine by reaching through the crown of your head. Now begin to fill up with breath. So you're feeling that breath draw in, reaching all the way down through the chest, into the hips. And notice where you can soften here. Can you relax through the jaw? Soften through the shoulders. And get that ujjayi breath going if you haven't already. So you're drawing the breath in using the muscles, the back of your throat. You're okay. And balancing that inhale with an equally strong exhale, emptying your way out. And we'll work with this concept of grounding today. I think there's a lot of, this last 2 years have been a lot of crazy energy, but there's a lot of crazy energy right now as kids are going back to school. Things have shifted once again as our seasons are sort of starting that changing. So really playing with grounding down today. So as you root down through the sit bones, feel that connection to the earth. Breathe all the way down to the pelvic floor so you're really reaching your breath and your awareness. You're okay. You're okay. All the way down. And if there's something that's bubbling up for you as we root down, this is the first and second chakra regions. Colors are red, orange. If something's bubbling up for you, just be aware of it. You don't need to judge it or name it. Just add that awareness, that recognition. If there's something else calling to you today as an intention, weave that in as well. This is your time, your practice. And we'll work with this 3-part breath to start. So keep your eyes closed. We'll take a breath in for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 7. Exhale for a count of 8. I'll guide you through the first 2, and then you'll do 2 additional on your own. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Do that twice more at your own pace. completed that fourth round, come back to your Ujjayi breath. And as it feels right, just start to move here. There's no wrong way to move, just maybe rolling a little bit side to side, rolling out the shoulders, the neck, maybe folding forward and walking your way back in. Okay, I'm going to go pass out rocks, okay? Taking a few breaths here, just shifting and moving in a way that feels good to your body. I'm going to pass out these rocks. I might have to go grab some more. If you would like assists, put them on top of your mat. If you do not want assists, keep them the side of your mat. You can change as you move through practice as well. Take about 3 more breaths, just shifting, moving here. So close. 2 rocks roll. And then as you're ready, make your way forward onto hands and knees and continue to move here. So you could make it simple like a cat-cow. Just drawing in or lifting to the chest on that inhale, rounding through the spine on the exhale. Just moving here. Yeah, Andy, they're moving. It's fine. And if it feels good, make your way back to a downward facing dog. Continuing to walk it out, about 2 more breaths, 2, 3 more breaths here. And exhale, lower your knees to the earth. Cross your ankles, make your way all the way onto your back. Let's do a full body stretch here. So reach your arms overhead, lengthen yourself out, extend the legs forward. As James calls this, the morning stretch, just opening up. Exhale, bend your knees. Interlace the hands behind your head. And then if your low back is bothering you today, you can keep the knees bent, feet on the ground. Otherwise, pick up through the legs, keep your knees bent at about a 90-ish degree angle. Relax your head into your hands so you feel supported here through the neck and the head. Take a deep breath, spread it through the back body. Hold that breath in, curl tailbone up so your knees lift higher towards the sky. On exhale, reach both elbows towards the left thigh. Reach right leg forward at a 45-degree angle. If this bothers your low back, reach that right leg straight up to the sky instead. Pull low belly down. Inhale, bend both knees, come back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach forward through that left leg. Spread your toes. Awesome. Draw navel down. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone so your low back presses into the earth. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach right leg forward 45 degrees or straight up to the sky if that feels better. Pull low belly down. Inhale, bend both knees back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach forward through that left leg. Draw belly down. Tuck a little more so you feel the low abs engaging. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach forward through that right leg. Pull belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach forward through that left leg. Draw navel down. Tuck a little more. Yes, awesome. Inhale, back to center. We'll do one more round here. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach forward through the right leg. Pull belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to opposite thigh. Extend the leg forward. Indy, stop it. Pull belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center and release. Walk your feet about mat width apart. On your exhale, little windshield wiper legs here, knees over to one side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, back to center, and just get a nice rhythm with your breath. Moving here, unwinding through the mid and low back. Inhale, bring the knees back up through center. Moving into twisted root abdominal, which seems very fitting for a day of grounding. So left foot is on the ground, right leg crosses over top the left. Now you can keep it here or pick up that left foot and hook the right toes under the calf. So you're in a complete twist here with your legs. Yeah, I think most of you have got it. Awesome. All right, interlace the hands behind your head. Once again, if this bothers your low back, keep the feet on the ground. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, lift head and shoulders, and then relax your head into your hands. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze legs together, lift torso higher, pull belly down. Inhale, relax pelvis, take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbone up so your legs lift higher, squeeze thighs, reach shoulders and elbows higher, pull belly down. Inhale, relax pelvis. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, reach torso higher, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders, keep your legs up. Bring both hands to the center of that top thigh. Exhale, press hands into thighs, thighs back into your hands as strong as you can, pull belly down. Inhale, relax the press, last one here. Exhale, curl tailbone up, press, hands into thighs, thighs back into hands, pull belly down. And inhale, release. Switch sides. Opposite leg goes over top. For most of us, I think that's the left. And then if it's accessible, hook the left toes underneath that right calf. Once again, the feet can be on the ground for support if needed. Reinterlace your hands behind your head, but switch your fingers over one position so you're clasping in that non-habitual, unusual way. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Relax your head into your hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. Inhale, relax pelvis. Exhale, curl tailbone, reach elbows higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. Inhale, relax pelvis. Last one here, exhale, curl tailbone up, reach torso as high as you can, pull belly down, squeeze legs together. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Bring your hands to the center of that top thigh. Take a deep breath in. Keep your feet up, exhale, press, hands into thighs, thighs back into hands, pull belly down, tuck tailbone. Inhale, relax, press. Exhale, last one here, curl tailbone up, press hands into thighs, strong as you can, pull belly down. And inhale, release. Bridge pose. So reach down with your fingertips, graze the back of your heels. Now if bridge bothers your low back, you can always take a Supta Baddha Konasana instead, just where the soles of the feet come together, knees open wide. Otherwise, work with bridge. You're welcome to use a prop, one of those rolls or a block in between the thighs. On your inhale, peel the spine up and away from the mat, lifting into bridge. So you're really pressing down through the feet about hip width apart, and then activating the leg muscles to lift and support this bridge. Breathing here, really fill up, especially the chest and belly. Then protect the knees by pressing the feet into the earth strongly here. Emphasize that breath, spreading into the heart, spreading all the way down to the belly and the hips. And feel for relaxing a little bit here. And then really rooting into the earth. So additional breaths here. And exhale. Remove any props, tuck tailbone. As slow as you can, roll your spine down to the earth. So you lower the upper, mid, then lower spine to the ground. Take a moment once you arrive the back on the ground to just reset here, feeling the earth support you. And perhaps stretching out the back body a little bit by either pressing the thighs away for some back traction or drawing the knees into your chest so you feel that release in between the vertebrae. Remember that intention of grounding. And slowly roll over onto your left side. And make your way up to a seat. And come all the way forward. I obviously just mowed my lawn. Got grass all over my mat. Sorry, everyone. All right, come forward. We'll set up for Dolphin Pose. So come all the way down to your forearms. Grab hold of opposite upper arm with your hands. And that just establishes the correct distance between your elbows. And then take your forearms back down to the earth, either parallel to one another, lengthwise on the mat, or hands clasped for extra shoulder support. Relax through the head. Take a huge breath, lift up in between the shoulders, head is up off the ground. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift the hips up to the sky for dolphin. Knees can be bent here. Really extend the sit bones to the sky. Yeah. So I co-taught last weekend while I was down south, and I got serious crap for not teaching dolphin. So you guys get to do dolphin today.
But wait, we did that weird thing on one arm.
I know, that was Katie's doing. Yeah.
Did that count?
That counts as the dolphin. Lift up in between the shoulders. Yeah. And then really breathe here into the back body. Maybe the heels start to move closer to the earth if that feels okay. Keep all of that core energy going. Relax through the neck. Your next inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Notice if you're adding stress in your neck, thinking that that's going to support you, let the head go. It's funny how often we think our head will support us when really our core, our body, is supporting us. Awesome. Keep lifting to that left leg. See if you can get a little more extension in the spine. Exhale, slowly lower the left foot down. If your arms are slipping, clasp your hands. Inhale, slowly float the right leg up to the sky. Some of you did not do slowly. Spread through the toes. You just have to hang out longer. Spread through the toes, lift up, breathing. Slowly lower that right leg down. Nice, Melinda. One more inhale. Exhale, knees to the earth, child's pose, embryo, or puppy. Whatever will allow you to surrender here. So make sure you're checking in with your body if you have any injuries or tension, that you're making sure that you are listening to those spots in your body and checking in. Is there a way to make that spot in your body feel better? Is there a way to switch up the pose or change the pose? A lot of yoga is about observation and experimentation. Take a few more deep breaths here. Feeling the ground support you, holding you. under. Ease your way up to hands and knees. Exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. You're welcome to walk it out here, bending and straightening the legs. All right, you can bend your knees, walk it out. If it feels better to be more stationary, you can work there. And find that movement more internally. But take a few more breaths in this inversion. Feeling in your second down dog of the practice. Let's take a deep breath in collectively. Exhale out the mouth. Yeah, make that a little more of a release. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Bend your knees, make your way to the top of your mat. Now, knees can be bent here, especially if your hamstrings or low back are bothering you. Inhale for that spinal extension, halfway lift. Lengthening forward through the crown of the head. Yes, exhale, fold it back in. Again, like that, inhale, halfway lift for that spinal extension. Exhale to fold it in. Then drawing in through the belly, try to stack the vertebrae one at a time as you roll your way up to standing. Root down to the feet. Inhale, float the arms up to the sky. You may be lucky enough to be in the trees. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do a few classical suns. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Slow and controlled dive. Knees can bend. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Lower that knee to the ground. Maybe brush off some grass. Inhale, reach up to the torso. And if you'd like, you can always support yourself here by pressing the hands onto the thigh. Really fill up this front body with breath. Yes, awesome. On your exhale, hands come down to the earth. Step your way back to plank pose. Now your choice here, you can always go straight into down dog, or you can bring the knees down to the earth, moving through that vinyasa chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lifting the heart. Awesome, beautiful, Gina. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, low lunge. Right knee comes down. Hands either reach up to the sky or support you by pressing into the thigh. Take your time here, find your breath. Feel for where you can soften. Nice, Jen, relax the shoulders. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Drawing in through the belly, come all the way up. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, re-extend, moving with the breath here. At your own pace, exhale, fold, Uttanasana, slow and controlled. Inhale, step right foot back, lunge. Lift and open as you inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Continue with the exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. If you're grimacing from pain, switch up the pose so you don't create pain. On your inhale, step right foot through, low lunge. So you're moving in a way that you can discover and test out each movement. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Go at your own pace, drawing belly in, rise up. Inhale all the way to standing, arms sweep overhead. Beautiful, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend. Let's get into a rhythm here. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Awesome. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going. One breath, one movement, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Little flow here. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, you can always skip that. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Nice, Adam. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Open it up, reach. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last round here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Awesome. Way to modify, make it your own. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. Beautiful, Louise. Exhale as you fall. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. I always do that to make people fall over. Rise up to standing. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes, mountain pose. Release, Andy, stop it. Your arms down by your sides. Hands open wide. Connect into your breath. And connect all the way down into your feet. So you really feel grounded here. Notice the texture of your mat under your toes. Notice if you're locking your knees, add a little bit of softness so there's the strength. Andy, you're okay. Inhale to float the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to walk our feet apart, come into a horse stance. So come on down. So feet are about 4 feet apart. Feet are turned out at 45-degree angles. You can turn on your mats or face me, whatever you prefer. We can all be different versions. If your back is bothering, you can always bring your hands to your thighs here. Really root down through the sit bones. Lengthen up through the chest. All right, if your hands are still at your heart, you got a lot more leg workout, so good for you. Inhale, re-extend the arms out to the sides. Few deep breaths here. Shoulder shrugs, release your arms in front of you. Take a deep breath into the back of the heart. Reach the shoulders up as high as you can. Draw them straight back. Keep squeezing. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Yes, inhale into the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine. Pull down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades. Elbows towards spine. Pull down. Relax the arms. We'll do one more round. Shake them out first. Inhale into the upper back. Hold full. Reach shoulders straight up. Straight back. Keep squeezing. Exhale. Drag the shoulder blades down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale. Hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine. Pull down. Inhale into the upper back. Tuck tailbone. Exhale. Bend elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades. Elbows towards spine. Pull down. Release the arms. Roll out the shoulders. Stay in your horse. Inhale, float the arms back up. Kite hawk. Flip the palms to the sky. We're going to lead with the thumbs. Exhale. Rotate the palms down. Shoulder blades lift. Roll down to the chest. Just upper body. Inhale, roll it back open. Draw shoulder blades down. Lift through the heart. Yes. Exhale. Roll it slowly over. Feel all those little muscles in your arms working. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale one more time. Flip the palms over, slow and pretty minor movements here. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale, reach through the left arm and then bring that left forearm down to the thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. And if that bothers your shoulders or your body or your side body, you can always bring your hand to your hip instead. Breathing here. If that's too deep, you can always bring the palm of your hand down instead. Coming into your next stretch, take that right arm out to the right. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe move the jaw a little bit here. Remember to breathe. Reach through that right arm, come back up through center. Switch sides. Right forearm down, left arm reaches up overhead. Whatever side you didn't do last time. Breathe into the side body. Modify as you need. Moving into that next stretch, bring the left arm over to the left, more or less parallel to the ground. Relax the head down towards that right shoulder. Inhale, reach through, come back up to center. Now both hands on your thighs, come a little bit deeper. Exhale, draw that left shoulder forward, right shoulder blade draws back. Kind of a mid-spine twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, switch sides. Opposite shoulder comes forward. Inhale, come back to center. Straighten out the legs. Parallel the inner edges of your feet. Exhale for Prasarita Padottanasana, this wide-legged forward fold. Whatever you'd like with your arms here. Letting the torso just hang towards the earth. Giving your legs a moment. Yeah, and if the ground feels far away, you can always bring your hands to a prop here, whether that's a water bottle, a rolled up mat, or a block. Let your head hang. That's it. 3 more breaths. Or shake it out. It's good little dance moves happening over there. Inhale, release the arms. You have a few options here. You can roll your way up. You can bring your hands to your hips, come up halfway. Or if you want to add a little more oomph, extend your arms out like wings, engage the core, then rise all the way up. Yes, awesome. Heel toe your feet back together. And come standing once again to the top of your mat. And have like a tie-dye shirt by the end of class. Inhale, float the arms up to the sky, all sorts of grass. And exhale, sit back to chair pose. Deep breath in, lift through the heart. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Knees can be bent here. Inhale for that spinal extension, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat and just step your way back to plank pose. You can always bring the knees down for support. Nice, sweet girl. Press the ground away, lift through the core so you feel this engagement at your center line. And then you have a choice from here. You can lift hips straight up and back, coming into down dog, or flow through that vinyasa. Move as slow as you can, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or up dog. Yes, awesome. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. We'll all meet up in down dog. Root down strongly through your hands so you feel all 10 fingers pressing into your mat. On your inhale, slowly extend that left leg up to the sky. Yes. Spread through the toes. Reach this leg long, like you're trying to tickle a leaf, the sky, and then see if that leg can lift you somewhat out of the shoulders so you're not connected, or so you're not weighted down. Lifting up. Take one more inhale here. Down the spine, deep chest. They're going to keep us super safe here. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Tinder, you're okay. Yeah, it's okay. Come on. Exhale, step left foot through. We'll come into a warrior 2. Hey, stop it. Tin. So left knee is bent. Tinder, it's okay. It's okay, thank you. Back leg is straight, so right leg is straight. Arms float up so they're parallel with the earth. If you want to do this true forest style, your gaze will actually be neutral. If you want to do it in power vinyasa style, your gaze will be over that left middle finger. And if you feel a lot of stress in the shoulders, you can always flip the palms to the sky. That releases through the arms. Fill this pose up with breath. And then connect with this concept of grounding once again. So really press into the earth with the feet. And imagine that you've got an anchor from the pelvic floor just rooting you into the earth. And then add that balance by Bringing in lightness and breath into the torso. She just walked through my legs. That was funny. All right, let's reverse the warrior. Flip the left palm to the sky. Exhale, right hand to hip to start. Start to reach up to the left arm and back, opening to this left side body. If you'd like, you can wrap this right arm behind the back, take a bind. You can even start to work this right arm down the back leg, basically anywhere except for that knee joint. You don't want to put pressure on those lateral ligaments. Breathing here, continue to drive that left knee forward. Beautiful, Melanie. Breathe into this left side body. And then moving into our neck stretch, take just the left arm, reach it towards the front of your mat. Relax the head as heavy as you can towards the right shoulder. And if you'd like to add a little more of a stretch to the neck and jaw, start to move the lower jaw around, releasing some of the tension that gets caught there. I know it feels really weird, but it does create a nice release. Reach through the left hand, come back up through warrior two. Extend the left arm up to the sky. Bend the elbow, come into archer warrior two. So right hand can come to the elbow. To start, you can stay here or take the right arm behind your back, clasp hands, grab clothing, whatever is accessible. Soften the shoulders and then tuck tailbone so you're not pressing the belly out, putting pressure on the low back. Yes, that's it. Nice, Jen. Breathe here. Lift through the chest. It's easy when there's multiple people with the same name. It's helpful. Breathe into the chest. Inhale, unwind the arms. Straighten out the left leg for a triangle pose. You may want to shorten the stance a bit. And then reach that left arm as far forward as you can and down. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Check in with your body if this bothers your shoulders or the low back. You can always place the hand on the hip. You can also turn that right hip closer to the ground to take the tweak out of the low back. Otherwise, keep the right hip opening, right arm reaching to the sky. Yeah, connect into your breath here. You can always use your prop under the hands. And feel for space in this pose. So as you ground down, you have that connection to the earth. You have the ability to soften because you've got this grounding to hold you up so that you can breathe and add in space. From here, listen carefully, bend into the left knee, windmill the right hand down to the ground, and then step that right foot forward about a foot and out to the right. Come all the way up to standing. So your legs stay about 3 feet apart. Square your hips to the top of your mat. Working with pyramid pose, Uttanasana. So hips square. We're going to move slow here. On your exhale, start to fold forward. Hips stay even to the ground. You may just very softly bend forward and bring your hands to the thigh. That can be a really great place for back traction. Or perhaps you start to fold over that leg, bringing your hands all the way down to the ground or props. Keep drawing that right hip forward and down, left hip bone up and back. Weave the breath back into this pose. Draw the glutes in and up so you're getting that connection to your hamstrings. If you have had a hamstring injury, keep your knee bent. Really focus on those points of origin moving through, up through the glutes. Exhale, Bend your left knee. Bring the right knee all the way down to the ground so hands frame your front foot. Bring your hands up to this left quad. Inch the left foot forward. Start to shift the hips forward. And then press down to the top of your back foot, so the top of the right foot's on the ground. Guys, I forgot about this pose until last weekend. We get to do arrow lunge. I'm so excited. Louise is like, I know what you're doing. All right, so option 1, hands on the ground. You're going to press down to the top of the foot, pick up the right knee. Yeah, it's a weird pose and it's super intense. So top of the right foot presses into the ground, pick up the right knee. If you want to add a little more oomph, bring your hands up to the left thigh. If you want to add even more, one or both arms can extend to the sky. It's super intense. Breathe with it, relax your face. 3 more breaths. Exhale, lower the right knee down. Both hands frame the front foot, straighten out the left leg for this half splits pose, Hanumanasana. So you're just folding over that left leg. Once again, if this bothers any part of your body, switch it up. You may need to keep the knee bent. You may need to bring your hands to props. Breathing here into the left hamstrings. Maybe you're feeling a stretch through the calf muscle. Exhale, bend the left knee. We're going to come into a spinal twist. So right hand is on the ground or a prop. Left hand to left thigh, start to turn towards the left leg. This may be where you stay, or maybe the left arm reaches up to the sky. If you want a little more oomph, you can curl the right toes under, pick up the right knee, come into this lunge twist with the right leg lifted, or right knee lifted rather. Draw in through the belly at the bottom of the exhale. Nice, Adam. On your inhale, lift even more through the heart. Feel for that opening. Yes, awesome. Breathe into the space you're creating, especially into the chest. And then really feel for that connection to your core at the bottom of the exhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Both hands come to the inside of the left leg. Lower the right knee down to the earth if it's not already. This deep, low lunge. So it depends on your flexibility this morning. But you bring both hands to the inside. This may be where you stay. You may feel a lot happening in your hips already. Or perhaps you can bring the forearms down to the ground or to props. And if you'd like a little more oomph, once again, you can curl the back toes under, pick up that right knee. Breathe down into your hips. Keep hugging that left knee towards center. Breathing into the intensity here. Andy, you're okay. Thank you. Thank you. Three more full breaths here. You can always exhale out the mouth to release some of that intensity. Walk your way back up to the palms of your hands. Listen carefully. Curl the right toes under. Inhale. You may need to take a few steps to get there. Extend that left leg up and back. 3-legged down dog. Bend the left knee. Open up through the hip without crunching in the low back, so you're keeping the low back long. Option to flip your dog over to take a wild thing. If that feels okay to your body, you'll rotate on that right shoulder. Flip it back over, re-extend the left leg if it's not already. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of right arm. A little crunch here. Yeah, inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of left arm. Inhale, re-extend the leg. Exhale, pigeon on this side. Thread the left leg through. Now it's a choose your own pigeon mission. So you can take this traditional pigeon where you can even place a prop underneath the hip and simply fold over the leg. You can take a twisting pigeon if that feels good towards your foot. You can also come onto your back to take a reclined variation. So this is really good, especially if you've got low back pain or tight hips. The right foot can stay on the ground, or you can lift up the leg, hugging the knee to your chest. Breathing here, especially down into that left hip. If the breath is hard to find, it's a good indication that you need to back out of the pose slightly. And then where else can you release? Can you let go? Another layer of tension. Really feeling the earth support you. Feeling how you connect into the ground to hold you here. Always exhale some of that intensity out in the earth as well. Take 3 more full breaths here. Good girls. Last exhale, let it go out the mouth. And inhale, slowly start to make your way up. We'll take about 5 or so breaths to unwind this side. So make your way back to a down dog. If you'd like, you can take a vinyasa here, maybe a cat-cow, or just moving slowly. There's no rush. Once you arrive in down dog, take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. From down dog, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it in. Knees can be bent. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your hands onto your hips. And then sit back into a high chair position. Pick up the left leg, cross your ankle over the thigh. Might be extra challenging because you're standing on grass. All right, sit a little bit deeper. Option 1 is you just bring the forearms down to that left leg. You can always stay upright too, if that doesn't feel good to your body. Option 2 is you can bring the hands all the way down to the ground. Option 3 is you can play around with this arm balance, hooking the toes behind the upper arm. Knee on the upper arm, pick up the right toes, maybe extend the right leg. Total options. Nice, Kathy. All right, carefully unwind out of this, stand back up, then release the left foot to the ground, open it back up by extending the arms to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the mat, step or hop your way back to plank. Move through your vinyasa or move directly into down dog, your choice. We'll all meet up in down dog. Inhale, slowly extend that right leg up and back. Spread through the toes, reach that right leg long. Equal weight through your hands here, so you're really pressing into the earth, feeling that connection. Hug the right knee into your chest. Set the foot down softly. Rise up, warrior two. Take a moment to get there. There's no rush. When you rush, you get just stuck in a pose longer. Anyways. Connect into the ground here, so really press into the earth with your feet. Lift through the heart. Option to always flip the palms to create less tension in the shoulders and jaw. Reverse warrior. Flip the right palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back. Left hand can be on the hip to start. Also stay there, keeping more space in the spine. Yeah, breathe here into the right side body. Connecting into your breath. Option to come into that neck stretch. Actually no, let's all take the neck stretch. We all need it. Reach the right arm forward, parallel to the right thigh. And then relax the head towards that left shoulder. Maybe lowering, opening and closing the jaw. If you're lucky, maybe even the ear will pop. Reaching through that right hand, come back up, warrior two, into archer warrior two. Right arm reaches to the sky. Bend the right elbow, bring your left hand to the elbow to start. Tuck tailbone, so notice how you naturally want to just press the belly out. Draw the belly back in. An option to wrap this left arm behind the back to clasp hands, grab clothing. Breathe into the chest and the heart here. And just allow whatever is arising to rise up. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Straighten out the right leg, setting up for triangle pose. You may want to shorten your stance. Reach the right arm forward and down. Left arm extends to the sky. Once again, take the options that feel better to your body. So maybe that left hand is on your hip. Maybe the right hand's down on the ground or your prop. Yeah. Find the version that feels good to your body. Try to stack your shoulders here as long as it doesn't bother your low back. Keep lifting through the chest. Feel for that breath opening up. The support of the ground holding in here. Exhale, bend into the right knee, bring both hands down to the ground. Step that left foot forward and slightly out to the left. Keep your legs as they are, come up to standing. Pyramid pose. Take a deep breath in. Hands on your hips to start. Start to hinge from the hips only, diving forward. Now this may be where you work, keeping hands on hips or bringing the hand to that thigh. Or perhaps you're feeling pretty flexible in the hamstrings today and you start to bend over that right leg, maybe bringing the hands to the ground or your props. Keep drawing that right hip up and back, left hip bone forward and down. So you're creating this even plane. My favorite thought process here is like you're trying to balance a platter on your low back. It's filled with your favorite drinks and cheeses. You don't want to spill it. Breathe here into the stretch, into the intensity. Keep drawing that right hip up and back, left hip down and forward. There you go. And then wash the breath through sensation. Bend the right knee. Bring your hands to the ground. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. All right. Let's see what happens here. Bring your hands up to that right thigh. Untuck the left toes. Arrow lunge, take 2. What do you guys think? You like this pose? No one likes this pose. Oh, a few of you like this pose. Okay. Press down to the top of the foot. You may want to bring the hands back down to the ground for support. Pick up the left knee. At least a few of you like it, so we're going to keep doing it. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Maybe the hands come up to the right thigh. Maybe one or both arms extend to the sky. Really engage the legs here to support. Nice, Lynn. Nice, Lisa. Awesome, Gina. Lift the heart. Yes. You guys are fabulous. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Exhale, lower the left knee down. Bring your hands to the ground. Straighten out the right leg. Move into this hamstring stretch. You may need to switch up the pose so you're not putting pressure on the low back. That may mean keeping the knee bent or hands on props or hands upright. Yeah, good. Finding the version that works for your body. We'll take about 4 more breaths here. Exhale, bend the right knee. Bring, let's see, I can't remember. Left hand to the ground to start here. Curl the left toes under if you'd like. We're coming into that spinal twist. Right hand to the right thigh or right arm reaches up to the sky. Draw the right shoulder blade back, yes. And then breathe into the chest here. Always use a prop under your hands. Really connect into your core at the bottom of the exhale so you feel that engagement. Keep drawing this left. Yeah, there we go. That right shoulder blade back. Beautiful. Take 2 more breaths. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Now both hands come to the inside of that right leg. Lower the back knee down to start. And there's a lot of options, a lot of places you can go here. So, option 1, you just stay upright. Let gravity do its thing. Maybe bring your forearms or bring down to your forearms. Either way, you can always curl the back toes under, pick up that left knee, create a little more muscle activation through the left thigh. Breathe down into your hips. This feels super intense to you. You can always exhale out the mouth. Notice where you're gripping, where you're holding tight. Can you soften a bit? Can you melt a layer or 2 of that unnecessary tension? Last breath here, deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Walk your way back up to the palms of your hands. Curl the left toes under, pick up the left knee. Inhale into a 3-legged down dog. You may take a few steps to get there. Right leg reaches to the sky. If it feels okay, bend that right knee, open up the hip. Option to flip your dog for a wild thing if that feels good. Only if it feels okay on the shoulder and the back body. Flip it back over. Re-extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of left arm. Little cross body crunch. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, knee to outer edge of right arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Lift up in between the shoulders. Then set the right leg down for pigeon on this side. And more or less mirroring what you did on the other side. So if you came onto your back, come onto your back here. If you folded down, relaxing over that right leg, make a movement towards that. notice where there's tension in your body. Breathe into that and intentionally soften. And it may be a practice that you take the entire time we're in this pose. Can I let go of another layer? Always exhale out the mouth to facilitate that process. Few more deep breaths here. Last exhale, let it go out the mouth. And slowly make your way up out of this pose into either a vinyasa, down dog, maybe a cat-cow. On your next exhale, make your way back to down dog. And from your down dog, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale for that spinal extension. Exhale to fold it in. Knees can be bent. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shifting the weight into your left foot. Pick up the right leg. Cross your ankle over the thigh. This is our last hurrah. Hands come onto the leg if you'd like. Maybe it's just focusing on the balance here. That's hard enough. Maybe the arms come down, so it's like you're holding that platter once again. Maybe the hands come all the way down to the earth. And perhaps you play with this arm balance, hooking the toes around the left tricep. Right knee balancing on the back of the right tricep. Maybe picking up the left foot. And then slowly make your way back up to standing, really using that core and that balance. Set the right foot down, re-extend. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Slow, controlled roll. Keep the roll going all the way down to a seat. And come all the way down to your back. Grabbing any clothing or props you need to make yourself more comfortable. Hug your knees into your chest. Get a little rocking side to side, massaging the spine. And from here, move into any final movement or pose of choice. That could be a happy baby pose. It could be a final spinal twist, maybe an inversion. You can always just sit your hips up on a block or a roll. That's a really good back pose, or pose for the back rather. Taking a few more breaths, just completing your practice. And then as you do feel ready, setting up for Shavasana. And that could be traditional Shavasana with your legs out along the mat, arms by your sides. Maybe it feels better to keep your knees bent if you have low back pain. That oftentimes alleviates some of that. Maybe you want to lay on your side. So finding a version of Shavasana that is comforting to you. Resting here. Truly letting the earth hold you. Giving in to gravity. dropping into grounding for these last few moments of class. Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Start to bring that deeper breath back in. Movement through your body. over to one side. Fetal position, that symbolic reawakening. And with eyes still closed, press your way up to a seat. Inhale to reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a moment for gratitude for your body, your practice, this time with yourself. And let's close our practice today with one Om. It will only work if you all sing even just a little bit. So take a deep breath in. Om.